Hi everyone, making a review here of the Nike Air Zoom GP Turbos. These are shoes that I've worn now for several months in playing tennis and basketball, and I will go over basically my whole perspective on these shoes, my thoughts on it, pros and cons, and this is going to be the honest review for these shoes. I'm not getting promoted or anything by Nike or any other sponsor. So let's jump right into it. As you can see, the tread on these shoes after playing with these on a daily basis for almost 3 months, tennis and basketball. As you can see, the treads are still intact, still have the grooves in them, and they are running really nicely. So, in terms of longevity of these shoes and the treads, I foresee that as no issue. In comparison to a lot of the other Nike shoes nowadays, that their treads just go out very, very fast. So, the tread is pretty deep, and it has a variety of different types of grooves and segments for it. When playing tennis, I've had no issues in terms of stopping on the dime, and even on, I don't want to say wet courts, because when you are wearing this on wet courts, it still is kind of slippery, but that's with any type of shoe out there, in my opinion. In terms of the downside, a big downside of these shoes, it is heavy. It is a very heavy shoe, heavier than walking shoes and running shoes that I've worn out there. But in terms of the quality of these shoes, even though they're heavy, and you will, when you do wear them and use them, you will feel that as well. I think that it's a cost to pay, but it's a cost that I'm willing to pay for having one of the best tennis shoes that Nike does provide and make. A lot of the other Nike shoes for tennis have very little, tread, or they wear out very, very quickly. So with these, I'm really impressed. In terms of the comfort in the heel area is a soft, cushioned area. Inside of it, as you can see, is pretty bolstered and cushioned on the corners. You can see right here, this is the flap. Information on the shoe right there. And then I wouldn't say these are the most cushy shoes out there. They're not at all. But they do provide a ton of support and stability when you are wearing them. So if you're worried about having a stable shoe that doesn't have, some of these different aspects, this one does. The flap right here in the front is a pretty thin flap. It doesn't bother me, but it bothers some people. And right here in the front, you've got a little softer area, and then you've got a very rubberized plastic area right here. So very nice in terms of that. You've got some reflectivity, segment right here, as you can see. And this is a kind of a gimmick, but it says right there. Let me go ahead and flip it over. Contents under pressure. There has been reviews out there, like the Foot Doctor and whatnot, that have cut this shoe in half, and saw that actually it does not have any type of pressure in that area or whatnot. So it's a good marketing area that they put that in there, but it does have air. So other than the rubberized gripping area, you do have a air segment right through the forefoot and midfoot area, and on top of that, you've got some more basically padding for the shoe. So you do have a lot more engineering and product with this shoe. Unfortunately, Nike is discontinuing this shoe off their website. So if you do find it, I would highly recommend grabbing it, because they are quickly going off the shelf. In terms of heat dissipation, these shoes don't really dissipate heat that well at all. So If you're wanting something that dissipates heat, I would look for another type of shoe. But this one does not dissipate heat, and it will, gather heat, and that might be a plus or minus depending on what kind of climate or temperature you're playing in. But just keep that in mind. But other than that, I enjoyed the shoe. If you guys have any questions you like to ask, feel free to post it below. Love to answer them and kind of give you my perspective on things. But yeah, please post those questions below and let me know your thoughts if you have used this type of shoe. And subscribe for more videos. I am reviewing a variety of different shoes, Nike, Asics, a variety of different brands and sneakers. So feel free to subscribe and click on the notification bell and press on the like button. It's going to help this channel out for the YouTube algorithm, and catch you guys out on the next video. Thanks.